Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to TRICENTIS Tosca Advanced Training. As you all know, I've started publishing series of YouTube videos covering some of the real-time scenarios where you might encounter different types of obstacles and how can we solve those obstacles by using TRICENTIS Tosca while automating your test cases. This is our obstacle 10 in terms of real-time scenarios, and this is our lesson 52 in terms of overall TRICENTIS Tosca automation training. So in this lesson I'm going to talk about how can we solve an obstacle where you need to extract the text. While extracting the text, you need to exclude the dynamic portion of the text, and you need to buffer the dynamic portion of the text and enter the buffered dynamic portion of the text into an edit box. So this is our real-time scenario. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You will receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you. This is our 10th obstacle, which is named as extracting text and categorized as easy. So now let us go for it. So let us first understand what is the challenge that we need to solve for. Please automate a test step taking the total amount shown in the success message and enter it into the text box. So this is your success message that displays whenever you land on this page, and we need to take the amount from this success message and you need to enter the same amount in this edit box, right? As soon as you enter, you solve this automation problem. So here the challenge is, whenever I say let me retry, then your amount keeps on changing. So here partial text from here to here and then from here to here is static and the amount is dynamic. So we need to capture this dynamic amount and enter in the text box. If you enter the correct amount, then your automation problem solves successfully. Okay, so now let us go back to our TRICENTIS Tosca, and as you all know, we are capturing all the objects under obstacles folder. So for that, now let us right click on this obstacles folder, select scan and application, so that we can capture the objects that are required to automate our test case. So this is our application. Select the application, click on scan. And here, if you observe closely, I can see enter total amount edit box here, right? But I'm not finding this object, purchase completed. So I'm not finding this object. To find that object, let us expand the filters. How? By clicking towards right, this one, right, and some more. Okay, now if you scroll down, here you can see enter total amount. This is our edit box. See, if I highlight, see, it's highlighting here. This is our edit box. And then, sorry, when I'm highlighting this, see, the edit box is getting highlighted. Now, what is our static text? Our static text is this one, which is div container. Okay, so let's select this and let me highlight this. Okay, let's highlight this one. See, this is the static text. Okay, remove the highlight. Now, if you observe closely here, when I select this one, says the selected item is unique, and also the edit box where we are entering the amount, that is also identified uniquely. But one change we are going to do here. What is that? For this is dynamic message, right? Where the amount keeps on changing. That's why what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename this as purchase completed message. That is one thing. And if you see the identify by the properties, right? I can see ID is selected and inner text also selected. But this inner text keep on changing, right? Let's say if I take this property, then whenever there is a change in the message, then Tosca cannot identify the object. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this inner text. I'm going to remove this inner text. I don't want to consider this inner text property because this inner text property keeps on changing. I'm considering ID and tag. Let us make sure still this object is uniquely identified. See, even though I remove this inner text, still my object is uniquely identified. Done. Now let's go back to the top and let's rename this module. The best practice is to rename the module every time. Let's copy this obstacle name and paste here. Name the module with the obstacle name. Okay. So now save this particular module. We saved it. Close the module. Let's go back to TRICENTIS Tosca. So this is the new module that we captured. Okay. So I can see here I have purchase completed message, enter total amount, both. Now let us come back to our blue section, test case section. Right click on this obstacles folder. Let's create a new test case and name this as obstacle name that we copied earlier. Double click on this test case. Now to create test steps, what we need to follow? You need to simply drag this module and drop onto your test case to form the test steps. Now let's expand this. So now what is our first action we need to do? We need to capture this message first, right? And once you capture this message, you need to extract the only amount from the captured message. For that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start using inner text property. How? Come here. This is my object. Open the drop down. Select inner text equal to, what is the inner text? Let me copy this entire inner text. Copy this and then paste here. Now, as I told you earlier, here the inner text, whatever the inner text we have here, right? Here, this entire portion is static until dollar, and this is dynamic, and this entire portion is again static. So that's why what I'm going to do here, I would like to replace. Let me do one thing here. Okay, let me expand this. Now here, this static part I don't want to touch. What I'm doing now, this is your dynamic part, right? So I would like to verify this entire text here. Okay, I'm going to select the action mode as verified, but because this is a dynamic portion, I would like to exclude this dynamic portion while verifying it. But while excluding this dynamic portion, I would like to store this dynamic portion to a buffer. So how can we do that? By using XBuffer concept. How? Let's go here. This dynamic portion I would like to replace with open curly braces XB, which is XBuffer. See, this is XB, that means exclude this portion and buffer this dynamic portion into a buffer name called amount. So that's why open square braces, amount, close square braces and close your curly braces. Verify this entire text. While verifying this text, I would like to exclude this dynamic portion. but I would like to store this dynamic portion into a buffer. That's why I'm using a method called XB. If you want to just buffer, then you are going to use just B, capital B. But I would like to exclude this portion and buffer this portion into a buffer name called amount. That's why I'm using the method XB. So now here I'm storing the dynamic portion into a buffer, right? Now our next action is I need to enter the stored buffer value in edit box. So for that, simply call the buffer name called amount here. Open curly braces, capital B, open square braces. This is my buffer name, amount, close square braces, close curly braces. Done. And your action mode is input. So let's save this. Let me do one thing. Let me run this and see what happens. Okay. Right click and run in Scratchbook. See now, you can see here we have entered the same number here 106507. Now let me run one more time. Just keep this in mind 153199. Okay. So let's close this one. Run this again. Right click and run. 153199. Okay. So I mean it's very fast. You are not even able to see what it entered, but it entered correctly. See 1531.99. Okay, so hope you all understand the concept, right? So here you can see here now. Let me see the test result. Here, if you expand the test result, what is the we are storing XB amount where see here we are excluding this 153199 here and the same amount we are entering here. Okay, so if you have any queries, leave your queries in the comment box. I'll try to respond to your queries.